So in this video, we look at the top 10 highest selling comic books that GoCollect has not reported on. These books are worth nearly $10 million collectively. Hey collectors, as you know, nerdmelon.com provides free access to hundreds of thousands of completed pop culture auctions so that you can search our records and find the fair market value of your collectibles. Now, as far as comics alone are concerned, we have over 500,000 recently completed comic book auctions for you to search through. And in this regard, we provide a similar service to another online resource called GoCollect. GoCollect is likely the most popular online resource to find the fair market value of your collectibles, but it has its limitations. First of all, it only does comic books, so if you want to find the fair market value of your other collectibles, like video games, Pokemon cards, or Funko Pops, you're going to have to go over to NerdMelon. But also, GoCollect only has comic books that are graded, and from 2 of the grading companies. Whereas with NerdMelon, you're going to have graded comic books from all of the grading companies, as well as completed auction data for raw comics. But we understand these limitations. GoCollect is focusing on one collecting stream, whereas NerdMelon is just trying to cast a wider net. However, if you're going to focus on one collecting stream, which is graded comic books, then you better make sure you have all of the available auction data for those graded comic books on your website. So why is this all coming up? Well, NerdMelon has this cool homepage where it displays the highest selling item for 4 collecting categories. That's comic books, video games, Funko Pops, and Pokemon cards. We were uploading data for September 2021 and noticed a new record for comic book sales. So Amazing Fantasy 15, graded at 9.6, sold in September 2021 for $3,600,000. But this is huge. This is the highest ever selling comic book, ever. This bested the previous record of Action Comics number 1, which was graded at 8.5. That sold in April of this year for $3,250,000. Now, switching gears back to GoCollect. GoCollect is mega huge. There's no doubt about that. It's established in the collecting community. It has a fancy website, staff, a legal team, partnerships with other websites. It does other big business stuff like filing income tax returns, payroll, that kind of stuff. So in other words, they have their act together. They know what they're doing, and they've been doing it successfully for years. NerdMelon, on the other hand, is none of this. We have no resources, no partnerships, no income. But this is why I was so surprised when I noticed that the newest comic book record breaker, remember that's Amazing Fantasy number 15 we just talked about, is not listed on GoCollect's website. In fact, GoCollect has no sales history for Amazing Fantasy 15 graded at 9.6 at all. None. Zero. I was skeptical that NerdMelon, which is essentially a hobby website, had more to say about the fair market value of this high-profile comic than the great GoCollect. But then again, maybe no one has ever fact-checked GoCollect's data before. So I dug a little deeper. I ran some fact-checking of my own, and I ended up finding hundreds of high-value comic sales that are reported on NerdMelon, but that are not listed on GoCollect. I have summed up the top 10 most valuable of these comic sales for this video, so let's begin. So we start this list off with Amazing Spider-Man number 1, and I'm glad we started here because this is one of 4 September sales on the list. We made this video on September 12th, and this comic sold just 4 days earlier on September 9th. GoCollect says the last sale was November 2017, but to be fair, we don't know how fast GoCollect updates their website. So it might just be that they haven't seen this sale yet. So here at number 9, this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1. This is another September sale. Well, we really had a killer month this September. But anyway, this one sold at the start of the month, September 1st, 2021, and it sold for $245,000, graded at a CGC 9.8. NerdMelon captured this auction from Comic Connect. This sale is yet another record breaker as it represents the highest ever selling Copper Age comic book. GoCollect, however, reports the last sale in December 2019. Okay, now we have a sale from May 2021. And this is definitely enough time for GoCollect to have reported on this sale, yet here is Batman number 1, graded at 4.0, which sold at Comic Link in May of 2021 for $246,000. GoCollect last reported sale was March 2020. At number 7 is another mega important sale. This is Daredevil number 1, graded at 9.8, and there are only 2 of these on the CGC census. This is a seriously important and rare sale, so one would think that a major player like GoCollect would have it listed. But no, despite the sale happening in March 2021, GoCollect does not have any sales data for Daredevil number 1, graded at 9.8. Here at number 6, we have the first of 2 Captain America comics number 1. This one was graded at 7.0 and sold in June 2021 for $325,000. GoCollect reports the last sale in March of 2020. And at number 5, we have the second Cap America number 1, graded 1 point higher at 8.0. This sold in March 2021 for $395,000. But GoCollect hasn't seen another sale here since March of 2017. And at number 4 on the list, we have the first of 2 Amazing Fantasy number 15s. This is, of course, the first appearance of Spider-Man. We saw the number 1 spot at the start of this video, and that will come later, obviously. But this one sold in March of 2021 for $566,000. It was graded at 9.0. GoCollect, unfortunately, has reported the last known sale to be March 2018. Okay, so here at number 3, we have another September 2021 sale. I told you September was a good month for comic sales. This is Batman number 1, graded at 6.5, which sold on September 8th for $576,000. This is a heritage auction. GoCollect hasn't reported a sale of this comic in this grade since December 2016. Back at the start of this video, I mentioned the previous number 1 spot was Action Comics number 1. Well, here we are again. This sale occurred in April of 2021. It happened at Comic Connect. And until September 9th of 2021, this was the highest ever selling comic book. Ever. So this one has had a giant spotlight on it for 5 months already. So what's the verdict over at GoCollect? No sales since June 2018. And finally, we return to the number 1 spot. We've already discussed this one, and as of the recording of this video, which is September 12th, 2021, this is the highest ever selling comic book. It sold on September 9th, 2021 for $3,600,000. This is Amazing Fantasy 15, graded at 9.6. There are actually 4 blue label Amazing Fantasy 15s graded at 9.6. There are 0 at 9.8. So considering this is Marvel's equivalent to Detective Comics number 27, and considering this is the highest known grade for this book, this one should have rang the security sirens over at GoCollect. There should have been lights flashing through smoke bombs and confetti cannons after this sale, yet GoCollect reports no sales at all in this grade. Collectors, I know Nerdmillion is small and our little YouTube channel is insignificant. So we're really not saying that Nerdmillion should replace the industry standard of GoCollect. In fact, we would be happy to share our data with GoCollect. GoCollect, if you ever happen to watch this video, send us a message. Let's talk. But for the rest of the collecting community, please continue to watch our monthly top 10 comic, video game, Pokemon card, and Funko Pop auction sales videos. And of course, if you like this content, please like and subscribe.